But on the other hand, if the hats make money and it's your career,
those hats might be paying for the development
exactly.
of the next Half-Life.
Sorry, Jason. You were
Well, for me, one of the interesting things is you mentioned the stats for the Atari 2600 direction. How many in the audience had an Atari 2600? Old VCS, right? Most of us.
trending
right?
old, this audience.
How many controls were on that controller, right? One button and an 8-directional stick.
Yep.
You know, when I look at the iPad, right, I got one button here, and the rest is, you know, very simple. And so what works on this is not that far off from what Nolan called, you know, what'll work for Joe Sixpack.
Right.
Nolan is a really interesting guy to talk to, and I've been privileged to be able to talk to him over the years. And he talked about their design philosophy at Atari back in the day. And if you look at the instructions for Pong, right, one of the instructions out of the 3 was insert quarter. Now you got 2 lines left to talk about how to play the rest of the game.
Right.
So, you know, he approached all of their games from that perspective, right? You've got to be able to just walk up and play. And very quickly, they discovered the same compulsion loops we're rediscovering now. If you look at Gauntlet, right? How many of us got sucked into just putting one more quarter in there? You know, Elf needs food badly. Is not too far away from how much energy I need to put in to keep playing a Zynga game, right? So I kind of look at this, that everything old is new, you know, everything new is old, that cycle. And I think we're rediscovering some of the things we already knew. And if you talk to some of the old hands in the industry, they'll just say, well, that's the same thing we did in Missile Command. Right. So I think we've got a lot to rediscover sometimes. And I think the more we can look back and try to learn from that, I think we'll discover that the kid with a $100 credit card bill for pumping up Smurf berries is no different than me, you know, spending $100 of my paper out money at the arcades and my dad going, "What the heck are you doing?"
That's true.